the trim here. In our past video, I mentioned that you should not go into two types of practices. Nihilism and absolutism. Both are absolutism actually. Nihilism talk about absolute null and void, that you should leave your duty and only focus on meditation. Absolutism talks only about winning. To win is the only worthwhile thing. The rest are not important. If you practice any of these, you shall end up in deep trouble. Instead of getting rid of your unhappiness, you generate more suffering in your life. Why did I say that? In nihilism, nothing in this world is important. Nothing is worthwhile. All are null and void. They ask you to sell your house, sell your car, no need to attach to materialism and join them. They say, why should you attach to this material? After all, you cannot bring them along with you when you die. So dispose of all of them. Then join a group and live off the grid. Live in some separate communities. Have nothing to do with the world. This is a cult system, and many families were destroyed by them. As we have pointed it out, poverty will make the world ugly. There will not be any peace in the world. There will not be any peace in it. The absolute believer believes that winning is the only answer in life. You must win, or you are useless. They forget the fact that of all the new ventures, 70 to 80% of the ventures have failed in the first 3 years. That means that when you went to establish your career, you face more failures in the beginning than winning. If winning is the only thing you absolutely want, in the beginning, 80% of your time you will be disappointed. And what's waiting for you is failure, not winning. So in SUNYA training, we do not train you to sell your house or your car to join us. We also do not train you to win. We train you to face failure. We promote the concept that failure is the mother of success. Only when you know how to handle failures, you can win, and win very big finally. The accent is a fine example. We failed many times in the beginning. Then we learn how to face failures. We learn how to adjust our strategies and approach, and we learned how to be patient and endure to the difficult times. Then we started to win. First small winning, then a bigger winning, and finally we become a huge MM company and continue to grow even in this difficult time of COVID. When COVID suddenly came, DXN recovered fast because we had prepared for a crisis in our management. We do not keep on talking about winning. We always ask ourselves, what if the factory is forced to shut down due to certain reasons? Many years ago, the board members were doubtful of my precautions. How can the factory be closed down? We give so much job opportunity to the workers. Many of them are happy with the company. We never delayed the payment of salary or even for a single days. We have good relationship with the government and the authorities. We pay the taxes and we observe the law. We spread and build new factories. So one or two factories is affected by calamities, then the other factory still can go on. That is our precautions. Now we have factories in China, India, Indonesia and Mexico. The chances for the factory to totally close down is near to zero. But I insist on assuming that what if, due to certain factors, all our factories are not able to function. As a result, the DXN build up buffer stocks to prepare for any eventuality. Then suddenly COVID struck. All our factories, whether in Malaysia, China, India or elsewhere in the world, suddenly had to shut down due to lockdown. We never find any shortage of products in the market because at the time we have 6 months of buffer stock. Theoretically, if the factory were closed down for months, we still survive. Once again, our basic approach, surviving is winning. Now all factories are allowed to resume and we started to build back the buffer stocks. If we are not going to stick to these two common mistakes of approach, then what should be the right approach and the right practices? The best way is if you can get a practice which is neutral in nature. Do not interfere with your day-to-day work and do not conflict with the beliefs, and you can practice it easily. So far, the only method that can fit all the above criteria is the reverse countings. In my last video, I read a comment that a member does not understand what we are talking about. Or some members talk about happiness and unhappiness in a very incomprehensible way, which are actually not related with the practice of SUNYA. So in this video, you just need to understand. We can separate the theory and the practice. You need not understand the four realizations and what we are talking about in the last video, but you definitely know how to perform the reverse counting. So practice and theory can be separated in the beginning. In the worst scenario, you still do not know why you should go for emptiness. What other emptiness can help or change your life? You just need to know that the reverse counting can come to your mind and do away with whatever depression and mental problem you are facing. You may not need to know the theory now, but practice first. Because through the practice, you will have some true experiences. We have been promoting SUNYA for the past few years. Until now, there are tens of thousands of Sunyati around the world who practice SUNYA on a daily basis. So if we compile their good testimony, we can write many books in it. When you need to do is set some time in a day, practice say 10 to 30 minutes at any time of the day convenient to you. The best time is when you just wake up in the morning. However, any time in the day which is convenient to you, then it is a good time. Some people love to practice after their work. Some even love to practice before sleep. Now, before sleep is also a good time to practice. But there is some advice to you. When you are tired and sleepy, you would lose count. That is very common and you should not worry about it. Some people, when they lose count, they exert themselves to count, then suddenly become awake and cannot sleep. So if you wish to practice before sleep, you always lose count or lose sleep. Then it may not be good for you to choose the time before sleep. Try to practice an hour before that if you are facing such problem. For me, I travel widely and keep on conducting meetings. Sometimes after wake up, immediately go to work. Then before sleep is actually the best time for me to practice. After years of practice, I can enter into sleep easily, and it's not a problem for me. However, if I am very tired at the time, I might even lose the count. So when you are tired, it is not a good time to practice. Even if you are a senior practitioner, you may still lose the count. There's nothing serious about that. Just take it easy as it happens to you. Many people are shocked when we tell them they achieve nothing in SUNYA practice and there is no enlightenment in SUNYA. However, this is exactly the key for real happiness. Let me explain. In SUNYA, our main aim is peace and prosperity, where the real happiness is based. When we practice SUNYA, we try to detach from name and form by using the reverse counting. We just keep counting the breath without any expectation. If you have expectation for some kind of spiritual achievement or some kind of enlightenment, your mind shall never really detach. It will attach to some name and form. Then it started to worship name and form. I did always divided a Sunyati from a real practice. Eventually, he or she will become some kind of worshipper, which is actually no difference from statue worshipper. They will attach to name. If you call your Lord with a different name, if you call your practice with a different name, then they will feel annoyed and angry with you. They will also attach to form. They believe certain kinds of ritual, mantra or chanting is superior to others. When your way to pray and to chant is different from them, then they will attack you, as a false believer. Only their way is pure and holy. All other ways are false and satanic. They become a worshipper. Our supreme consciousness is like pure gold. The negative emotion in our mind are the impurity in a gold. So by by true detachment, we can remove the impurities and our consciousness become pure and serene. That is the only sure way to achieve the true happiness. Practice is the key and only key to pure happiness. Without practice, you will never experience the serenity of the consciousness. We keep on saying, mind and body cannot be separated. So you should also control your body. If you cannot control your body, no way you can control your mind. To control your body, you should not inflict harm to yourself and others. You should not harm the environment. And our mind, body and environment cannot be separated too. Harm your environment and you will in turn harm your mind, body. So for next video onwards, I shall tell you some story about my personal experiences and the testimony from many Sunyati. Good and real stories are helpful for the practice too. And it's also very helpful for the understanding. So that's all for today. See you in the next video. Okay. Bye-bye.